Hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. Well, in the last episode, amidst so many goofs and gaffes, we completed all of the side quests up here on the Great Sea's surface, and all the Triforce shards are now in our possession, creating the Triforce of Courage. It's the complete sacred golden triangle that had been hidden on the seafloor far beneath the waves. And so with all of that done, all that is left is to go back to Hyrule and rendezvous with Zelda via, of course, the Tower of the Gods. And that is where we are going now. Can you tell I'm too lazy to change the direction of the wind? We're so close. Well done, Link. You must show the Triforce piece you have assembled to the gods. Oh, what is this? There on your hand. The Triforce piece now dwells within you. It is the Triforce of Courage, proof that you are indeed the true hero. You have controlled the wind and crossed the seas, and here, near the end of your quest, the power of the gods has been bestowed upon you. Surely from this moment on, you shall be known as the hero of winds. Link, hero of winds. Go forth to Hyrule, to Zelda's side. Well, it's certainly been a while, but we're back. Back at Hyrule Castle, buried beneath the waves. And all we have to do is find Zelda and uh-oh. That can't be good.
Yep.
Well, Zelda's still here at least.
Yep.
Or not. You have deceived yourself. Did you think you'd be safe inside the castle? Foolish. Now that my power has been restored, there is no safe haven for you. I have taken your precious Zelda, and here you shall fall into eternal slumber. Well, this could have gone better. These are mighty dark nuts, and you can tell that they're mighty dark nuts because of the capes they wear that block the cords that hold their armor on. So you have to fight through and cut the cape first. I think this might be our last time also hearing this wonderful mini-boss music. And thank you for helping me out by attacking your friend by mistake. As we saw from the Shark Island thing in the last episode, I kind of recommend taking out one of the Dark Nuts first. That way, when it's just you and one down, there isn't another coming up behind you swinging a very heavy sword. But now we have a problem. Zelda is gone. Ganondorf somehow was able to get to her through the protections of the castle, and he said something about his power having been restored, which is definitely not a good thing. But now, this other exit to the castle is open. We could not go out here before. And this music that we heard back in the woods, the top of the island, the fairy forest. Well, that's not natural. Doesn't hurt us, at least, even though it looks like it does, but there's some sort of, is it a wall of psychic energy? See who remembers that. But if you swing your fully powered Master Sword at this barrier, it completely shatters the shield around the castle, which makes it look like we would be underwater now, but we're not. Now, I want to show something just for this little bit as we walk through Hyrule, because I don't remember if I ever showed this or not. I'm going to equip the Hero's Charm, which, as we saw before, makes Link look absolutely ridiculous. But it essentially creates a health gauge next to enemies. What am I doing? Boomerang, or arrows. And in enemies that you can one-hit, it's not incredibly useful, but like with those Dark Nuts or something, you know, you could see how much health each one has left. I'm not going to keep this on for long, I just wanted to show it. And that's the basic function, because I don't think we ever did. Which again, why does Mrs. Marie, the school teacher, have this? I was talking about this with my sister the other day, actually, and the whole, you know, she has this private cabana that she gives away to a little kid who gives her jewelry, and there's living dead underneath that oasis, and, you know, she's definitely running some major criminal enterprise in her spare time. Okay, here, with the Moblins, we should get a chance to see it. Yeah, you see? So, I mean, it's not... I don't know if I'd say it's extraordinarily useful, but it's, you know, if you're the kind of person who's used to games where you can see the enemy's health and, you know, you want to plan around, oh, I only have to hit him one more time or whatever, you know, I could see it being useful. And another dark nut. Guarding the bridge. Or what used to be a bridge. So there, you get a sense of how the hero's charm works. I'm going to de-equip it now, because as I said, it makes Link look ridiculous. Now, the bridge may be broken. But there are little hookshot points to get us across. A little too far. And in we go to Mysterious Cavern with Piano Music. It doesn't actually show the name of it. I guess not yet. But a very ornate door. And if you've played other Legend of Zelda games, you know that when you hear this music and these voicings in fourths on the piano, that means the game means business. Ganon's Tower. So what have we here? There's a little glowing disc in the center of this platform. And there's a door that we can't open. It has 4 symbols on it. And if you really look at these symbols, they kind of look familiar. Wonder what that could mean. Well, as we also look at these 4 pathways, you can see the frame around each door resembles that of a temple that we have already been through. This one, for example, if I am not mistaken, is reminiscent of Dragon Roost Cavern, and indeed, what we need to do here is rather similar to Dragon Roost Cavern. But because you can't just swing the grappling hook in midair, you need to climb all the way up to the top of these bars to launch it again. And that is something that took me so long. Oh, yeah, and these guys. It took me so long to think to do that as a kid. It didn't even occur to me for a long time. I was trying to use that little rock platform down there in the lava. I was trying to use these jars and just make a path across. But no, that's not what you're supposed to do. Although I guess you kind of could. I'm not going to need the Wind Waker down here. Let me keep the arrows handy. Gotcha. Wait, what? Okay, it's been too long since I played this. It is swinging down to those little things, isn't it? Okay. So you don't climb up to the top of the bar. I guess that's what I tried as a kid. Maybe I had that entire story backwards. In my defense, it has been 13, very nearly 14 years. Oh yeah, you can reach the next one. Yep, that's what you do. It is that simple. Just watch out. Oh, and that. Yeah. So watch out for the shooting jets of magma. And also, don't let your momentum get such that you overshoot your target. Oh! Now... Okay. I understand where my confusion came from just now. Okay. You'll see in a moment, it'll all make sense, and I'll seem like less of a total idiot than I do right now. Okay, but wait for that to go away. Oh! Oh! Yeah. The platforms only support you for so long. That's something else I forget. I remember this one, of all of them, being particularly annoying. Okay. So I actually recommend holding still while on the grappling hook. Then swing till you get just enough momentum. I needed a little more momentum than that. Wait for it. 2. And 3. No! Yeah, we're approaching montage territory, I fear. No, pull back, pull back! Ah! Okay. Now, okay. Here's where all the confusion came from. This last one. This is the one that you have to climb all the way up to the bar. Because you cannot swing over there. And I believe, in fact, you need to use the Deku Leaf, even though you wouldn't have had that. I mean, maybe... I really don't think you can swing. I feel like that's what I kept trying and failing to do as a kid. We also, to be fair, couldn't defeat these bubbles in the Dragon Roost Cavern because you didn't have arrows. Now, this door here sure looks familiar. Except it seems to have faded to black and white, or at least the frame. What could that mean? What it means is that we are refighting the boss of Dragon Roost Cavern, Goma's Revenge. And to boot, we only have items that we could have had while we were fighting him the first time, with one major exception. We still have our fully powered Master Sword. And that's going to make things easier. Now, I want to talk about a couple things here, so I'm going to just sort of run around. You hear the boss theme has been brought back, but in a really weird, distorted way with new instrumentation, really, you know, old-style vibrato organ to make it even weirder and creepier. Now, it's in black and white. But it's not really black and white, I guess. It's some sort of illusion, because if you take a picture in this bizarre lighting, Karlov, the sculptor, will accept it. He will not remark on it being black and white because it was taken on a color picto box. So, all those times I was saying that certain bosses, you did not need to worry about getting their picture in that first fight. This is what I was talking about. Of course, you couldn't have had a color picto box when you first fought Goma anyway. Now, with all that said, the battle functions the same way as it did the first time. So, we grapple onto Valu's tail. And bring a giant sheet of bedrock crashing down on this poor fool. And we all know how this turns out. On to phase 2, and this, my friends, is where having the Master Sword now comes in real handy, because we deal a heck of a lot more damage this time around. See that? Goes down much more quickly. And defeating that reincarnation of Goma causes the symbol that looks like him on that far door to light up. And I think that gives you an indication of where this is going. Now, one last note is that you can actually go, if you just go through that little mini dungeon one more time, or just again, you can fight Goma again. So if this pictograph, for example, if I were to go back up to the surface, which you can do, by the way, and give it to Karlov, and he said, oh, you know, you need a full body, or the face, or not facing the right way, or whatever, I could go back and do that. You can go back and fight these bosses, the ones that you find here, as many times as you want to. Now, that said, we've had a few really long episodes as I tried to cram all of the side quests and little things into them, so I am actually going to call this here. We're going to try to have somewhat shorter episodes from here on out as we tackle the end of the game. So I will call this here, and in the next episode we will continue through Ganon's Tower, and it certainly looks like we will be seeing some old friends in the process. See you next time.